Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shangri-La Jackson. If you haven't been here before, this is just really a journal for me to talk, get some things out, try to do something different. And last week I uploaded my video. I'm starting I call it my weight loss removal odyssey, because every time you say weight loss, every time I think about loss, you can find something. So I don't want to find the weight that I'm losing. And currently I'm doing it by keto and carnivore and intermittent fasting. So I'm kind of using all three intermittently, trying to figure out what works best for me. Currently, I have lost to date, because I started last Saturday and I weighed myself this morning, and I have lost 7.5 pounds in a week, and I'm feeling pretty good. And I've noticed that and I'm also like kind of pushing it a little OMAD, which is one meal a day, which doesn't bother me because I've never been a person to eat breakfast anyway. So having one meal a day is not really a stretch. And right now, since I'm not traveling for work and I'm here at home, it makes it just really easy, and I'm not craving sweets and that kind of thing. So that is really helpful. And I think another reason why I wanted to start this journey is because a while back I had decided, okay, I'm gonna do the weight loss thing. I'm gonna go ahead and have bariatric surgery. And I thought about that. I had gone to actually a doctor in Beverly Hills, because someone else that I knew, I had sewn a dress for her, and she told me about this guy because I had asked her, how she lost her weight. And she goes, "Oh, I had bariatric surgery. I had the sleeve done." And so she gave me the name of the doctor that did it for her. And so he saw me, and I know as a nurse there's certain things that you need to do as far as like nutrition and things like that. But when this man told me that you wouldn't be able to lose weight by yourself, that you needed to have the bariatric surgery because of the hormones that are going on in your body, you're not going to ever be able to keep it off. And that to me just I went, whoa, Jack, I'm not having you cut on me. And then I've seen so many people like have the surgery, and then they look great like after a couple of months, but then what winds up happening is like I see them like a year or two later and they've like blown up past where they were before they had the surgery. So I just didn't see that as an option for me. And number one, I have made it a point to just tell the universe I am not having any more surgeries. I had 2 surgeries last year. I had a rotator cuff repair, and I also had my gallbladder removed. And that's another thing that I'm trying to work out on this study. So on this journey. So what I did was I had gone on to Dr. Berg's site, and I started trying to look up something about gallbladder removal and keto and carnivore as far as that was concerned. So he did mention in there that bile salts are a good replacement, because basically all your gallbladder does is it makes bile to like break down and synthesize the fat so that your body can use them. So since I don't have one of those anymore, I still have my liver, of course, that is producing, a teeny weeny bit of bile, my pancreas. So I just decided, okay, I'm going to try the bile salt. So whenever I eat a meal that has any fat in it, I take the bile salt. So I notice that I'm not having like runny diarrhea or anything like that anymore when I eat like fatty meat, or just have a meal that's relatively fat. So that has been helping out a lot. And I told one friend that I'm doing it, and like the other day I was thinking, oh my God. I said, we had driven past this place, and it's like sweets have not been on my mind, because usually I would like to bake them instead of going somewhere to buy them. But there's this place near me, it's called Harriet's. I have never been there. They've been there for about 30 years, and all she does is cheesecakes. She does all these different cheesecakes, and everybody in the city comes over there to have one. I'm like, oh God. I said, I never had that. And I'm thinking, yeah, you never had it, but do you really need it? It's like, come on, little fluffy girl, you need to not think about that. Because I was just there getting barbecue, and basically I'll get barbecue without sauce, or have the sauce on the side, and I just get meat. I don't get the beans and the the potato salad and bread and things like that. I don't eat those things. I just eat the meat, because and it's actually a lot cheaper for me to buy it a la carte. So I got some small ends, and I thought about getting some beef brisket, but I decided, So I just got the small ends, which was actually enough for 2 meals. So I had half of it yesterday, and then I had the other half today, and I'm actually feeling pretty good. I'm not starving. I'm not hungry, so I probably won't eat again until tomorrow this time, which is fine. Like I said, because it's just so much easier because I'm at home to kind of like filter my eating habits, and I know that there's like I took out some ground pork the other day because I was gonna make something. I don't know what it was, but I took it out of the freezer and put it in the refrigerator to thaw. So I checked on it this morning, and it's thawed out to the point where I could do something with it. So I think what I'll do is tomorrow morning I'll just go through some recipes and see what I can do to kind of make something up and just put it in the refrigerator. So that way it's like during next week I'll have some, I'll have something that's pretty quick that I can just heat up and not have to worry about doing a full on cook, because I do rely on eggs a lot, because I love eggs. I like canned tuna, I like salmon. So it's like I've just been trying to vary my meats because I don't want to just get bored. I mean, I know that some people are like, oh no, you just need to eat beef, just have beef and that's it. But I'm trying to put a little variety in my diet so that I don't get bored so quickly and then want to go and do something horrible. So right now I'm really excited about the weight I lost this week. So I'm going to continue on, and hopefully my friend will join me. And I went on Amazon, I got myself a jump rope. I said, I think I'm too heavy right now to really jump any rope, but I'm gonna try at least just to skip like for 30 seconds and then rest, and skip for 30 seconds and rest, and see how that does, how I do with that. And I said, well, maybe if I do that for 2 to 3 minutes, just to start off, to give myself, just a starting point. And eventually I'll get up to the point where I'm able to maybe skip rope for 5 or 10 minutes. But I know just being I call myself a senior teenager, being that, and just trying to get myself back in gear. It's gonna take a while, and it's not that I started this and I just think that overnight it's all going to be gone. I realize that it is, like I said, it's going to be an odyssey, and there are going to be twists and turns, and there are going to be some things that work, and then there's going to be some things that don't work. And so as I find things that don't work, I'll stop doing those and then find something that does work. So right now, as long as I'm continuing to lose weight, I'm going to stick to what I'm doing. At the moment that, I'm not losing weight and it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to push through it, I'll just have to change some things. Because like for me, I'm not a cheese person. Some people are like really big cheese people. I'm not a cheese person. I'm not a bread person. Those things don't bother me to leave alone. I can take them or leave them. It doesn't matter. So I'm really trying to get more avocados in my diet. I have gotten some avocado oil, so I cook strictly with that because I'm not really a coconut kind of girl. And spinach, I'm allergic to that, so I stay away from spinach. But a little kale here and there, that's okay. But like I said, I just don't want to bore myself to death with just eating the same things all the time. So I said, well, let me try carnivore the first maybe first 2 weeks, see how I do, and then maybe I can add some cruciferous vegetables in there. But if I do all right on carnivore and I'm not bothered by it, I'm just gonna stick with it. And maybe what I'll try to do is add like a few berries. I figure maybe 50 grams of blackberries because of their antioxidant properties, and blueberries. It won't hurt me. So I'm like saying, really, my carb ingestion has been like between, I noticed because I had some berries, I think last Saturday. So I have basically been like 0 carb for the rest of the week, which is great. And it's showing up on the scale, and I keep thinking, it's just water weight. But I'm not urinating or pooing. And I know TMI, I'm sorry, but I'm not doing a lot of that because last night I think I had the best sleep ever. I went to bed at 10 o'clock. I did not move. I was in the same position when I woke up this morning. And I don't know if it's just that I was just mentally tired, because I don't think I was physically tired. I think I was mentally tired because I do work from home, and there's just a lot of things that go into that job that just kind of, it's a real mental stressor. And so I couldn't believe it. I slept the whole day, 8 hours. I got up, I felt fine. I just popped up and I got myself going, and I went and I got my car detailed today, which is fabulous. I mean, it looks so good. I have a little Mini Cooper. I call her Bella. She is so pretty right now. And the guy was such a nice dude, because I live in a bungalow, and there's like 3 of them. And my neighbor, I don't know why, but she spray painted inside the garage that we used to share. Excuse me. And the thing about it is that if you spray paint inside an enclosed area, there are particles that float in the air and they land on things. That mess landed on my car, and I told her about it, and she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We won't spray paint in there anymore," because they were spray painting a refrigerator of all things. So I'm just like, yeah. But then I started noticing there was a haze on my car. I kept going, "What the hell is that?" And it was just like it wasn't quite white. Excuse me. Even though they used white spray paint, it was more like a gray haze, because Bella has a black top, and I didn't really notice it, but then I started feeling it, like on the door, you know, where the door is. It felt kind of grainy, like fine grit sandpaper. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I put two and two together, and I'm like, it's the overspray from all that from the spray painting that she did. I said, you know what? I realized being young is just something, and being young, a lot of times young people don't think. And as my girlfriend tells me, not all people have common sense, and I just assume that everybody does, but everybody does not. So I'm taking the L. I went ahead, and the guy detailed my car. He clay barred the whole thing. He had to do it twice, and then he had to use like 97% alcohol to get that crap off of my car. But like I said, now my car looks fabulous, and I'm so I mean, I've always loved Bella, but I really love her a lot now because she's all nice and shiny. But look, enough about my car. So getting back to the weight loss thing. So what I am going to what I will do is, like, I'm just gonna check in to see if anybody else is on a journey like me, and you know, just trying to get yourself together. Because I looked, when I first started, I got on the scale, and I haven't told anybody this, but like I said, this is a journal, and it's for me. I was 306 pounds. Boom. So I'm like, I gotta get out of the 300s. So when I got this morning, I got on the scale, and I was so excited because I had gotten out of that 300 mark. So I mean, like, my goal weight, I think right now I'm going to try to get to 200 pounds. If I don't look like a crackhead at that point, I'll continue on, because I know that there are all these, you know, guides for height and you know, your frame of your body and things like that, how much you should weigh. But I need to be at a weight that's comfortable for me, that I can sustain and not have any issues with, and it's, like I said, it's comfortable for me. And at one time I was training with someone, and I think that's how I tore my rotator cuff, but that's a whole nother story. I think because with him, he says, look, you shouldn't weigh less than, you know, 213 pounds. He said, get there, and at that point, he says, we can just start putting on a lot of muscle and that kind of thing. Just, well, not a lot, you know, putting on a lot of muscle. Women don't do that, but, you know, to like tone you up and things like that. And he says, you look really, really nice. He says, you don't have to get down to 175 pounds or 65 pounds. I said, you know, when I was in high school, I weighed 133 pounds, but that was then. I was a lot younger. There were, you know, I was always running around. I was cheerleading. I was doing all this stuff. So yeah, I looked great, and it was fine. I could have weight like that. But now, being a senior teenager, there is no freaking way I'm getting down to 133 pounds and don't look sick. So I'm done. I just, like I said, I'm going to get myself down to 200 pounds, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it on this channel. So if you guys want to join me, please feel free, join in. If you have recipes or some stuff you want to share, please just comment in the comment section, and I will try to be a good girl and look at those comments, and let's create a dialogue. So if there's something that's working for you, hey, it may, if I run into a stump or I run into a wall and I need to try something different, maybe, you know, I can take a look at that and try that. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep video vlogging, you know, once a week. And if people join, great. If they don't, fine. Because it's just, right now, this is really just for me to get my thoughts together, get my act together, basically, so I can see the change as I'm going. So I think now I'm going to get back to sewing because I have a bunch of coin purses that I need to make because I have all these purse frames and I need to get them done, and then maybe I'll put them up on an Etsy site or something so I can get them sold. But regardless, I want to say, you know, I hope you all are having anyone listening or looking at this is having a really blessed and healthy weekend, and please stay safe, wear your masks, and enjoy your life. You guys take care. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.